Hello and welcome. You're watching Heads Up. We're coming to you from the sprawling campus of Shiv Nadar University located on the outskirts of Delhi. University is celebrating its third Convocation Day, which is to begin in a short while from now. In the meantime, we decided to speak with the Chancellor and a few of its distinguished faculty. We are now joined by Dr. S. N. Balakrishnan, Chancellor, Shiv Nadar University. Pleasure. I'm meeting you after a couple of years, sir. And a lot seems to have changed, although you look just the same.
You got my line.
Absolutely.
I have to that.
And now talking about what has changed on campus, I mean, I saw a lot of new wings which have come up, especially the research wing, and that seems to be a world-class facility in terms of the kind of equipment that's there, in the kind of research which is being pursued. So give us an overview of what you think might have changed in these couple of years.
A lot has changed, and we are continually changing. Because we are, in a way, we are fairly new. We are only 6 years old,
right.
And this is our third convocation. But where we want to reach is very high level, therefore, and we are on an accelerated path as usual. And so we are adding new schools, we are adding new programs, we are adding excellent faculty from all over the world to
right.
teach our students. And we are also making sure that non-applied areas like non-engineering,
right.
outside of engineering, we get more students so that it becomes a truly multidisciplinary university. And we started a program in business, and we have started a program in governance and international relations.
Right.
I mean, these are all new degrees.
Right.
And we plan to start law school in a year.
Right.
Okay, so it'll become broad-based,
Right.
and we'll find a lot of synergy there. And the important part, okay, as you look at great universities since they started in 10th century,
Yes.
okay, in universities as we know, they were all, and they have been multidisciplinary. You draw from other faculty or other disciplines that complements your knowledge. And that has been the focus at Shiv Nadar University ever since it started.
And that's one thing which I want to spend more time talking about. It is often seen that real innovation comes when two different and distinct streams converge. At the intersection of that is where you perhaps find the kind of innovation which. Yes. So what do you think? I mean this approach, how helpful perhaps can it be for students, and also why is it so crucial to allow students to jump from one stream to another? Because right now they're in silos. An engineering student only studies engineering.
Yes, I will give you my own experience, okay. I'm also growing in my knowledge, okay.
Right.
And currently, I have a project, okay, with a joint project with it's funded by U.S. Air Force, and my collaborator is a professor of psychological science, sciences.
Right, and that's
okay, at Indiana University, different university. I mean, think of aerospace engineering and mathematical psychology. Now you might ask, what are you doing? And with the mathematical psychologists, we are able to model cognition. So the synergy produces much more, not only exciting, sometimes much more better techniques to solve problems.
Right.
So here, that's the same thing that we are trying to do here.
Perhaps that's more natural.
That is more natural, exactly.
Yes.
That is what you're looking for.
Right.
It is not always, you probe. I mean, they are 18 when they come
Yes.
to the university.
Yeah. But a criticism of that could be that a system like that perhaps makes you a jack of all trades, but a specialist of none. What would you say in response to that, sir?
What we are talking about is merging, getting the best out of both.
Right.
That is what is happening here.
Have your roots in one subject.
Right. Your core, yeah, exactly.
Yes.
Core is one.
Yes.
But the core has seen only certain traditional methods of solution.
in other areas.
So now you are getting the solutions and insight from other areas, the merge, blend, and produce a better emergent picture. That is the key. You asked a very good question. Okay, people will say that.
Right.
Okay.
Yes. So moving on, I mean, talking more about the university, what have been a few of the achievements? Because this is the first year when 2 students will be getting their PhDs from the university.
Right.
So tell us a little bit more about the kind of achievements, especially.
Our university does not really achieve. The students' achievements are the university
Yes,
achievements.
absolutely.
That is, we serve the students
Yes.
from top to bottom. Okay,
Yeah.
please keep that in mind. It
Right.
is separately the university getting that the students who bring
Yes.
that glory,
Yes.
and that is how this has been built. Student-centric university.
Right.
Okay, we are of course very happy.
Yeah.
Okay, our satisfaction, I might have mentioned to you last time or not. I call my job as a professor, faculty, it's a dream facilitator.
Right.
Okay, that's what we are.
Pleasure. Thanks for talking to us, sir.
Thank you
so
very much.
Thank you.
Pleasure here too.
We're outside the research block in Shiv Nadar University, and the form in which it exists right now, it wasn't there a couple of years ago when we visited the university. To talk about the research infrastructure that exists and also the kind of research activities that are undertaken in university, we are joined by Dr. Ram Sagar Mishra, Assistant Professor, Department of Chemistry. Thanks for talking to us, sir. Thanks for joining us.
It's our pleasure.
Right. So as I was saying, sir, I mean, this block did not even exist a couple of years ago. And now we are seeing this, it looks fabulous, by the way. We're seeing this world-class facility, and it looks fabulous, absolutely. So talk to us a little bit about, the kind of infrastructure. I mean, you have seen various labs across the world. So where would you rank this research lab that we have here?
So this research facilities which we have at Shiv Nadar University in School of Natural Science, so they are not inferior than any of the labs which I worked in abroad in India.
Right.
Okay. So like I worked at the University of Oxford,
Yes.
so kind of research facility which we are having. So almost similar research facility we created here at Shiv Nadar University.
Can we take a look?
Yeah, sure.
Absolutely.
Welcome.
Let's go to
Yeah.
your lab, in fact.
Yeah, sure. We'll
Dr. Mishra, we are now inside your lab, and I want to talk to you about a lot of things, but before we do that, I want to take you back to your days at Oxford before you moved to Shiv Nadar University. You're not alone. India is perhaps at this point in time is experiencing a sort of a brain gain as opposed to the kind of brain drain we have seen in the past. So what are a few of the reasons you believe a lot of scholars from abroad and professionals are moving back to India?
So, because our country is growing, many things are coming. So new things are coming. New research labs are coming. New IITs are coming. New ISRs are coming. So people are trying to explore their independent opportunities as academic career in India.
Now the next thing, which of course I want to talk to you about, and in some detail, is your research in the field of agriculture and in particular wheat production. So if methods and techniques of your research are followed, and I'm told that wheat production could increase by as much as 50%, that's a huge number. We're talking about this country, which of course has to cater to a huge population, and that could be path breaking. So tell us a little bit about your research.
In the plants make different food.
Yes.
Okay, it's like sugar cane makes sugar.
Right.
Wheat makes the starch.
Right.
And this rice paddy crop they makes the starch as their food.
Yeah.
Potato makes the starch.
Right.
Okay, so the different crops they make different food materials.
Right.
And then how plants they know what to make. So
Right.
this is something got guided by some signaling molecule.
Right.
Okay, so we find out that Trehalo-6 pathway is the one pathway which leads to the more starch production. So we started probing this pathway. So we thought about how we can, by using some small molecule,
Right.
we can intervene this pathway so plants can produce more starch. So we designed actually some molecules. We thought maybe they will deliver the right molecule inside the plant, but we failed. So at that point of time, I was highly disappointed. Maybe this project is.
How did you deal with that? I mean, before we talk about more about your research, how did you deal with that kind of disappointment? Because of course that must have taken you a lot of time, a lot of effort, not just yours but also scholars who are working with you on that project. So how do you deal in this field, with disappointment? It's very important.
So research is something sometimes research is not very straight way path.
Right.
So it's take you at some particular point. And you may feel that the way you are going, that is not right one, and that particular failure of your experiment leads a new pathway, a new discovery, and that is what actually happened in this case.
It's absolutely fabulous to hear that story. Dr. Mishra, thanks so much. Thank you for talking to us.
Thank you very much.
For us, visit to a university campus will remain incomplete without talking to its students, and that's exactly what awaits you on the other side of this very short break. Shiv Nadar University is a multidisciplinary university, and to talk about the curriculum offered, under various schools in the university, I'm joined by Dr. Ajay Tandekar. Thanks for joining us, Professor. Thank you so much. One thing which I want to talk to you about is definitely the curriculum. I mean, there are a lot of unique courses now which are offered in the university. So tell us a little bit about the kind of courses which the university offers.
So, we have all the major disciplines in social sciences and humanities explicitly stated and represented here, backed by world-class faculty. I think I could say with some pride that our faculty in the school is perhaps one of the best in the country, and it matches with some of the great global standards. Our faculty source from some of the best universities in the world and in India, and we take pride in the manner in which the pedagogy is taught in terms of the delivery, in terms of the interdisciplinary approach that is brought in. So, we have disciplines such as history, sociology. Our history department also trying to combine with archaeology. We have international relations and governance studies, a new department that is standing. We have English. We also have arts, design and performing arts, and we have of course a very, very solid department of economics. We have a budding department of communications. So, the range is full, you see, and the students get a chance to do their majors in any of this, but also get a chance to express themselves in any of the other subjects that choose to do as minors. We also offer students an opportunity to do cross listing of courses. They can offer courses in any of
So, a
this.
humanities student can go for a science course.
They can go for science course, they can go for mathematics, and vice versa. So, science and engineering students can take courses in humanities, social sciences, and it has been a great experience.
Another unique course which will be offered soon by the university is going to be on water management and policy. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
It is water science and policy at the MSc level, but it is a unique in 3-4 different respects. We are very fortunate to have with us Dr. Mihir Shah, who was Member Planning Commission, India's authority on water. He decides on policy matters with the past and the present governments. He is a distinguished professor here in the university.
A visiting professor.
That's right, a distinguished visiting professor, and he conceptualized, because there is a demand from the government and from the nation that India's water resources are scarce, and we need to have water education centrally focused, because no development is possible without it. Our growth rates are not sustainable. The manner in which we use water is not going to be sustainable in very near future. So, we thought as a university it will be our offering to the nation. So, this is a unique course. No university in the world offers this kind of a program.
So, this is going to be a master's program.
This is going to be a master's program, but it is designed in such a manner that is open to many others who may not be willing to do or have time to do the complete cycle of 2 years. So, they can come do a module, accumulate credits. A lot of training programs are hewed out of that. The government officials can join us for a few modules. It is also field-based, practice-based module.
So, it's not just for students, it's also for practitioners, it's also for professionals.
That's right. It is for professionals, practitioners, students, for policy makers, and also for, it is globally sourced, so globally faculty is sourced. We are offering it globally, so we are offering it to international community as well. And we, in the years to come, let's see that how it goes, because we do feel that water is more precious, if not, than oil in the 21st century.
On that note, thanks for talking to us, Dr. Tandekar. Thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Visit to a campus is incomplete without talking to students. Now we're in the cafeteria and joined by 4 students from different courses. Apurva, will start with you. So, what made you take up engineering?
I always wanted to do an engineering, so I chose the computer science engineering as my major subject. Side by side, I also chose the economics as my minor subject. So it's a combination. I'm doing both. And other than that, I also took the courses on the Odissi dance. So I always wanted to learn classical dancing.
As an elective, as a subject?
As a subject. It was a credited course. So I
You're an engineer who can dance. I haven't heard of that. I haven't heard of that before. Wonderful. What about you?
Actually, I did 2 years of zoology honors from Hindu before I joined here. So yeah, like it takes everyone time to figure out what they want to do.
Right.
But yeah, like I'm doing sociology here. I'm minoring in history, and I'm also finishing my minor in management actually.
Right.
Apart from that, I am part of the student council. I am the current academic affairs secretary, and I'm part of the music society.
Somebody I should be scared of while I'm on campus?
Not at all. Not at all.
Not at all. You're very friendly.
Yeah, it's just my face.
Briefly, I mean, since you studied zoology and you sort of, after 2 years you said enough's enough, now I want to study sociology. I mean, the only thing common between those two subjects is the rhyming scheme, zoology and sociology. Other than that, it's a completely different ball game, right? So, but here you do have the option of sort of, studying what you are plus also doing a minor in something completely different, right? So, talk to us a little bit about that.
The interdisciplinary?
Yes.
So it's really interesting. What happens is in the beginning of the semester, you get a list of all the subjects that are being offered across all disciplines.
Right.
And apart from the majors, which are kind of compulsory, you can pretty much make your own timetable. Okay. So you can decide whether you want to wake up in the morning and take the morning classes, or give up your evenings and do like just the evening slot and sleep in as much as you want. Right. So what happens then is that you can choose whatever subject you want. You can, the first year entirely, people generally just experiment around.
It's wonderful, I guess.
Yeah. So you experiment. You try English, you try communication. There are people who are majoring.
How many subjects have you tried?
I have tried marketing, I have tried English, I have tried economics, I have tried EVS,
Okay, I lost you at English or economics perhaps. but that's great to hear, the wide variety of sort of, this wide menu of subjects that you have that you can choose from, irrespective of the fact that you might be a science student, an engineering student, or a pure humanities student, and so on. So any last thing which you might want to say to, a couple of you graduate tomorrow, in fact 3 of you graduate tomorrow, she's still here, and I'm not going to talk about how you spent 2 years in Hindu again studying zoology, but moving on from that point, so what is your biggest takeaway now that you've spent 3 or 4 years here? What is your biggest takeaway from the university?
So other than only getting a degree in computer science, so if I want to change my field into economics, I have the background already prepared for myself. Other than that, since as she said, we have a vast variety of course listed over here. And
right. So there's a lot more. What about you, Parth? Yeah. What about you, Parth?
So I got exposure towards the corporate side of the world by doing a lot of on-campus jobs with the marketing and the admission teams and the placement cell as well. Right. So I worked almost 1.5 years with the placement cell. I'm currently interning with the marketing and admissions till I get my job.
So you got placed before sitting for an interview?
Right.
Okay. What about you, Rohit?
Yeah, so I was interested in photography, as I already told you. So at SNU, I got a chance to take out courses from communication, mass media and communication. Right. After 4 years, right now, I have a BTech in electronics and communication and a minor in communications. Right. So I could follow my passion as well. And apart from the minors thing as well, as Parth already told, the on-campus job. So it gives you an opportunity to earn a bit, and then I actually got to improve my gear. So I bought a few lenses and all with the money I saved. Right. So it gives you so many options to actually build your career and your passion.
Right. I'll give the last word to you.
So actually for me, I always wanted to get into research, and this has been the best place for it. Right. I jumped into research pretty much in my second year, and I've already finished one, and I'm working on 2 more research projects right now.
Wonderful. Many more may come your way. I definitely wish you that. And congratulations, guys. You graduate tomorrow. Thank you. So pleasure. Thanks for talking to us. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
We wish the graduating batch of 2017 a big best of luck. With that, we have come to the end of the show. We hope you enjoyed watching it. Until next time, goodbye and thanks for watching.
Ladies and gentlemen, I'm feeling excited to announce the arrival of our student procession to the Convocation area. The Chancellor is requested to deliver the welcome address.
Mr. Mike Lowry, Mr. Nadar, trustees and members of the Shiv Nadar Foundation, members of the Shiv Nadar University Court, members of the Shiv Nadar University Executive Council, Vice Chancellor Rupa Ghosh, President Rajesh Swarup, directors, my fellow faculty and staff, distinguished guests, starts off today, graduating seniors, graduating batch of 2017, students, parents, and all who have assembled at Shiv Nadar's third convocation today. This is a great moment for the Shiv Nadar University as we come together to celebrate our third convocation.
The Vice Chancellor is requested to present the progress report of Shiv Nadar University.
It's really my honor and privilege to present the Vice Chancellor's progress report on the occasion of this third convocation of the Shiv Nadar University. Today we have 2,115 students enrolled at the university. Of these, 1,806 are undergraduates, 164 masters, and 145 are doctoral students. This is no mean feat.
Listening to that, the truth is I couldn't keep a job. Listen, to Chancellor Ballista Krishnan, to the University Board of Trustees, and to my really good friend, Shiv Nadar, I really want to thank you for the opportunity to be here as part of the third convocation at Shiv Nadar University.
We now have the presentation of the university medals.